Alright my people, welcome back to another video. Got the cucumber water here to stay hydrated throughout the day. Add cucumbers to your water, by the way. It will help clear your skin. So what I'm going to speak about is with manifesting and like creating the reality it is that you want to live, or bring your thoughts to a reality, whatever it is that you want to call it. Things will seem like they're like going to shit and they're really bad before the good thing actually happens in your life, okay? And thankfully at a young age I kind of learned this for myself. When you have a look at the book Think and Grow Rich, so Think and Grow Rich basically studies the 50 most successful men of all time. It's a book written by Napoleon Hill, and one of the most common traits that all of these most successful men of all time had was that before something good happened, they were on the brink of giving up, and they simply just done anything possible to bring that thought to a reality. As in, when it comes to manifesting, you have to forget about what's going on in your physical world. And I know it's so difficult. I know you want to manifest like a crazy amount of money, and it's like you're looking at your bank account. It's like, well, your bank account's not telling you that you're going to make that much. It's like your parents are trying to talk shit to you and put you down. It's like your friends are laughing at you. It's like you're working a job now that is paying you like maybe €10 an hour, and you're like, how am I going to get to these high levels up here? You have to forget about that. Because what you're basically trying to do is hold a thought in your mind for as long as possible, and then do anything in your favor by the law of action to bring that thought to a reality, okay? You have to, whatever's going on in your physical world, you have to understand that it's part of the process. Like that little saying, trust the process, as cringy and as basic as it is, you literally have to trust the process. You have to understand that any bad thing, any good thing happens to you, it is a part of the process. And what's really funny in life is any bad thing that happens to you, you will only realize after that it was actually a good thing. You will think in the moment that it was a horrible thing, that it was a bad thing. You're stressing, you're thinking, how are you going to even live your life with that bad thing happening to you? And then a few weeks after, or a few months after, or maybe even a couple of years after that bad thing happens to you, you then realize that it was actually a good thing, that you learned a lesson, that you became a different person, that you emotionally grew. It was something got to do with character development. Like I know we've seen the quote or whatever, I don't know if it's from a movie or a video or whatever it was. I think it could have been a movie where someone says, what did you ask God for? You asked God for patience, okay? For patience with your current situation. Well, if God was to give you patience, well, wouldn't he put you in a situation where you're going to be tested with patience, where you're going to have to learn how to get patience? And it's the exact same thing with manifesting. You think because you can become the person in your mind it is that you want to become, you're on the frequency of attracting what it is that you want to attract, that it's just going to be an upward spiral from there, that everything's going to be easy. Not at all. And this goes for every successful individual, whether that be footballers, whether that be billionaires, whether that be singers, whatever it is, whoever it is that you look up to. You have to understand throughout their career, yeah, they're very rich, they're multimillionaires, but even still, they have had so many obstacles moving up the ladder that you maybe don't know about, that you haven't heard about, that they're not going to put out there to the public, that it's going to be really, really difficult. You just hear about them because they're the success stories. When it comes to everybody else, like when it comes to even footballers as well, like the amount of footballers who've got this close and they're gone, an injury, some bullshit happened, something happened that got in the way that just made them absolutely give up completely on their dreams. It's the exact same with me with trading. I'm now a trader, I'm financially free off trading. If I let any bad thing happen to me, like basically just stop me trading, I would not be in the position that I'm in right now. Like I remember I thought I was doing really well. While I was profitable at trading, I was doing really well with trading. Something happened within the crypto market that I never really experienced before. And I lost a lot of money. And I was freaking out. I was up till 4 a.m. I was like, what is going on? I was like, this is not like, I've never experienced this before. But instead I learned from it. Instead I became a better trader, I became a better individual. The last thing in my mind was for me to give up, me to completely stop the process. That's not even an option for me. And it shouldn't even be an option for you, because it should be what you enjoy doing, what your passion is. You should not be forcing yourself to do something to get a result. You should enjoy doing that with the process. But whenever things get tough, whenever things get bad, that's when it's really going to show through. That's when your manifestation is really going to come true. yes, it's difficult to start a business, and boy, is it difficult to start making a lot of money from a business. But when that business starts making money, when that business starts doing well, when you come to a certain cap, or when you come to a certain limit with making money from the business, or something happens with the business, that pit right there is really going to show what type of individual you are. Really going to show how powerful you are when it comes to manifesting. So at a level in this world, it will seem like you've hit rock bottom. It will seem like things are going so bad for you that like there's no physical way that things could get better, that there's no physical way that you could even manifest your way. You probably start screaming and saying manifestation is bullshit and all this, that, and the third. You can't even think in your mind how you're going to get out of the situation. That's exactly where you need to be. That's exactly the situation that you're going to get out of. That's exactly the situation you're going to look back on and say, that's why I went through that. That was the lesson that I had to learn. You're going to put yourself through these challenges. One thing about here on Earth is an experience, an emotional experience. It's an experience where you're here to learn. And you as a soul individual here with free will on Earth, you can create your own reality. You can choose different paths to go down. That path where you choose to go to college, you don't choose to go to college. That's you literally choosing your own destiny, what you were destined towards. Okay? And at the end of the day, no one can get in the way of that. You just allow them to get in the way of that. They have free will. You have free will at the end of the day. You're choosing what it is that you want to experience. Okay? And the thing is with this system set up in the world today, people are like, oh, well, the system's controlling us. No, you can let the system control you. It's totally your choice. You have free will. Okay? And that's the thing. So when it comes to your own choices and your own habits and your own priorities, that is leading you to exactly where you are today. Okay? And thankfully for me, just at a young age, I decided to cop on. At a young age, I decided to really value learning knowledge, really value learning a skill to make money online. That was weird. That's not normal. I live in Ireland, and I don't know about other countries that you guys are from, but that's definitely not normal here. People were kind of looking at me like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Like, he didn't go to college? Huh? He doesn't go out drinking every weekend? Like, what do you do for fun? What do you do this, that, and the third? You have to do the opposite of what everyone else does, because everyone else is being led by this modern day system. You have to be able to find what it is that you're passionate about, find what it is that your soul's gifts are, and then go ahead with a skill set that's linked towards that. It's like at a baseline level, women are better with kids. There's more women working in schools. There's more women working in preschools. Why is that? Because when it comes to a feminine energy level, when it comes to a soul level, they're more nurturing. They're more caring. They're much better with kids and looking after kids, okay? So when it comes to your natural gifts as an individual, that's where you want to go down that road. That's where you want to go towards that job or whatever it is that you want to do. I bet you anything, when you've came to rock bottom, you haven't even found your passion. You haven't even found what it is that you love to do yet. You're just working to impress maybe your parents, or maybe just to get the bills paid. You're working in some job that it is that you don't even like. You haven't even found out what it is that you like. The minute you find out your passion, you find out what your soul's gifts are, I swear to God, you're going to start manifesting. You're going to start manifesting shit left, right, and center, okay? I said from a base level that most individuals are so far away from their spiritual selves that they don't even know. They're very confused. Mentally, they're very confused. They're dealing with mental health issues. They're dealing with all of these different things because they're drawn out of actually working on what it is that they like, working on what it is that their passion, working it is what they love. This is the thing, the frequency of love. When you wake up in the morning, money's the last thing in your mind. You're just doing it because you enjoy it. It's like me with trading. People are like, oh yeah, trading can make you so much money. You're financially free off trading. Yes, but the funny thing is, when I'm trading, I'm not even thinking about the money. I'm actually enjoying trading. I'm enjoying finding key levels on the chart. If I messed up on a trade, I enjoy learning where I went wrong. Off my mentors with trading, I'm learning off them. I'm enjoying the process. I'm not thinking about the money. If you start any skill set worried about the money, you're going to struggle. That's where the law of detachment comes in. You become the person it is that can attract what it is that you want. It's like the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. They're not worried about the money starting off that company. They're worried about making a good product, adding value to other people's lives, helping other people in life. And in return for that, then they get the money. When you give out so much to the world, you're going to get that energy back in a form of money, most likely. That's why when you give, then you get back, okay? When you put out so much effort out there to help other people, people are going to feel obliged to actually do something in return. That's exactly how I got my first client with social media marketing. I done free work for a guy and I wasn't expecting any money, but he literally forced me to take his money. He was like, take the money. You're after doing this free work, you create a website for me. And that's because I gave him value. I added value to his life. All money is at the end of the day is an energy exchange. And when you find what it is that you love to do, when you find what it is that you are passionate about, and you are giving energy towards that, you're going to get that energy back in a form of way, and you will manifest like nothing. Okay, so guys, I'm telling you, if you've hit rock bottom, like you're completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If anything, it's the best thing. You're literally right there before you manifest your reality. Anyways, guys, if you just want to join my free group, my VIP community, both links for them are in the bio. All my socials are in my bio as well. And hopefully this video helped you, because I know a lot of people feel like it's the end of the world, that everything's going to shit, and I'm actually here to tell you that it's the opposite. If anything, things are about to get much better for you in life.